Hello and welcome to another Rags to Riches mini-series. Today's series will start covering the Amazon class, a class that I personally have not played for more than 20 years before making this Zon run. But for the sake of Rags to Riches, I decided to pick up the gauntlet and start playing the Amazon class. And let's see how we did. So the first thing we did is give our Amazon an awesome name, and we headed into battle. The main skill we were looking to use was Power Strike, and Power Strike is a skill that utilizes physical and lightning damage, so we decided to pick up a two-handed spear that will give us as much damage as we can early on. So after you leave town, get some gold and go back, grab a two-handed spear, equip it, and then you're ready to go. As you can see, we coasted all of the way to Catacombs level 4. We had no trouble on the way playing on player 8 difficulty, so even if you're with a group, you should be fine and completely carry your teammates. As you can see, if you see a pack and a bunch of enemies bunched together, you can punch them a few times to get the experience and then keep moving. That was our main goal. Andariel stood no chance against our onslaught and absolutely got demolished. If you find on the way any spears or something to improve your damage, just pick them up and swap them with your current one. You'll find a lot of them on the way. The main goal we had was to get to level 19 in order to upgrade our mercenary so she can give us the Vigor Aura. Vigor Aura is super important for us since we don't have access to natural teleport, and we really want that movement speed. By the way, now you could see how I scaled my character. I put points into the passives we needed, 1 point into Javelin and Mastery for some physical damage, and everything gets dumped into Power Strike. After going the wrong way in Arcane Sanctuary 1 or 2 times, you'll end up finding the Summoner. And as you can see, I'm just killing stuff that stand in my way, otherwise I just keep running. And most things fall in 1 or 2 hits. The Summoner 2, no match for us, 4 hits, and he's down. Once you get to Act 3, make sure you're level 23 or 24, and then start chopping for a Teleport Stick. Teleport Stick will greatly improve your speed, and it costs about 200k on average, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. If you have the right loot filter, or most loot filters will note these. As you can see, it says notice me, that's me, teleport charges for sticks that have this effect. And that's basically what you're looking for, something that has teleport charges, just so you can move around a little bit easier, especially in Act 3 that's so annoying to maneuver. Getting to the council was really easy, and also killing them was not even a challenge. If you find one of these two-handed maiden spears, they will do a lot of damage early on. If you can afford it and you want to, you can always spend some time farming I forget her name now. You can farm the tower for some runes to make a stealth rune ward, but you don't have to do it. As long as you have vigor, you'll be moving around nicely enough. Countess, that's her name. Killing Mephisto was really easy. And personally, as somebody who didn't play Amazon for so long, I was really impressed with how easy it was to use Power Strike. By the time we got to Diablo, we put 1 point into Decoy, which kind of kept us safe during the Diablo fight. It wasn't very difficult or very dangerous. As you can see, our health pool is pretty low, but we were just punching Diablo till he died, basically. Make sure to save Anya to get some resistances in Act 5. And if you want to do your skill quests, I personally waited till I had the teleport stick so I could clear them very fast, but you can do Radament and Den of Evil whenever you want to. Clearing the Ancients, putting 1 decoy down and just punching through. Wow, this really does a lot of damage seeing this again. So compared to other attempts, this was one of the easiest ones we had, even though it took us more time due to mobility. I believe that Amazon was a very easy class to get through the game with. And here you can see me clearing Bale Waves at player 8 difficulty. This is not player 1. At player 1 they would absolutely melt. Yeah, I'm taking the difficulty down a little bit because I was afraid of the council. Good move. I would almost die there. But yeah, you can see that generally this was pretty easy. The reason I was farming them at that level, at that player count, was because I wanted to get to level 30. Level 30 is where I decided I wanted to respec into Summons On, and Summons On is the one respec that we will do during this run. The idea will be put 1 point into your passive, so requirements and evade, dodge, penetrate, critical strike, and pierce. And you'll be maxing your decoys and your Valkyries. You'll want to save some points to the side because we'll be leveling both Valkyries and decoys at the same time over the next few levels. Up to you how many you want to save. The main skill you'll be using during that time is actually a bow skill, so we're swapping from javelin to bow, and the main skill is strafe. I personally put 5 or 6 points into strafe. You can put less if you'd like to. It's up to you really, and how much damage or how involved you want to be in doing damage. I put some points in strength and dexterity to wear my gear, and the rest goes into vitality. So you can see I took a few points there into strafe, and in my opinion that was enough. I saved a few to the side, and from that point onwards we hang around with the Act 4 Merc. So we don't want the Vigor anymore, we really want the amp from the Act 4 Merc. The Dark Act 4 Merc, and you can give him some random stuff, just like a staff, some armor, some resistances. He will be fine. The idea is he will amp for you. The decoys will be your main damage dealers. As you can see, you can summon the Valkyrie, but early on she'll just die very fast till you have a few levels into Valkyrie. But as you can see, the decoys themselves just absolutely carry you, and they do insane damage. After killing normal Bale, we go into the Countess in Nightmare. The reason we farm the Countess is because we want to make a few rune wards. If you haven't made a stealth yet, for your Merc at least, making a stealth for your Merc will really help him. Making a Peace rune ward in an armor, that's an Amazon rune ward that gives 1 to all skills and the ability to summon 1 more Valkyrie. So you want to do that. That will take a Shale, Thule, and an M rune. That's why we decided to farm it in Nightmare difficulty. And it's really easy for the Summons On to farm it, so you really don't have to worry about it taking a long time. Other rune wards you can look into are Harmony. That's a bow rune ward that gives you a Vigor aura and +2 your Valkyries. So you can go ahead and do these. We didn't need to make that rune word because we found a Witchwild Bow in the Arcane Sanctuary. Witchwild Bow will give you amp, so it's a really nice way to kind of change your Act 4 Merc to an Act 1 Merc. Again, get Vigor Aura from her instead of from Harmony, and get resistances and amplify from your strafe, basically. As you can see, we were coasting through all the acts. We had no trouble. You basically summon your decoys ahead of you to keep you safe, to kind of scout for enemies, and then you can run into it. You'll be incredibly safe, even with low HP, even without like high resistances. Yeah, even the souls couldn't kill us, which is that's a good sign. Here you can see us destroying Diablo, with the decoys absolutely demolishing him. Saving Anya for some resistances. Always save Anya, she's your friend. And then heading for the Ancients. And again, you can see the decoys absolutely destroy the Ancients. They have no trouble disposing of them. And onwards we go. Once you max your Valkyries and you max your decoys, you can start maxing your strafe. That's another synergy for decoys. and that is the third skill you want to be maxing. You can see us farming a high player count Lister wave, which is really impressive. Again, bringing the player count back to 1 for the Bale kill. How funny this would have been if this is the real Bale. It isn't, but still we killed him very fast. And normally other builds that I've played so far, the 5 other classes, once we got to Nightmare Bale, did take a bit of time to kill him, but this one was incredibly fast. And we also dropped an Essence, a Demon Machine, the Chukonu, which is an amazing weapon. You can give it to your Merc or you can use it yourself. And we got a Spell Steal, which is basically a better teleport stick. So amazing drops from Nightmare Bale, already getting us some currency and value. Over here in Tamo Highland, you can kind of see the cave here. This is the pits. This is the first area you might want to stop and farm at. It took us about 4.5 to 5 hours to get here, which was really nice. So again, if you're looking to stop and farm now for experience or for loot, you can just stop there and farm. It's a great area for you. I decided to keep going because our goal was to level up and finish Hell difficulty. Another area you can farm at if you'd like to is the Maggots lair. They give good experience there. We found a really nice armor there with 15 physical damage reduction and 34 flat life. That will definitely be useful on our first declone attempt. Over here in the Flare dungeon, we also dropped a Reaper Stole, amazing day 1 item that can also sell for quite a bit. So you can see that we found a lot of value while farming and going through the game. From our Hell Forge, we actually dropped a Mal rune. Usually I only get like bad runes like Hell or like Foul, but we ended up being pretty lucky here. And while running into Eldritch, we actually got a pair of leather gloves. These are Death's Hand. And Death's Hand is an amazing item for Rathma. It's very valuable early on, and you can get a Vex rune for it, sometimes even more. We ran into the Ancients, and as you can see, this is a real-time fight. We absolutely destroyed them. It was really easy to kill them. Other classes, we had to pull them apart and kind of fight them separately. With this one, I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother bringing potions. I just used the ones I had in my belt. And as you can see, Corlic had Stone Skin, so it took a little bit more time to kill him. But you just deploy your decoys, you put some Valkyries down, and even if your Merc ends up dying, it's really not a big issue. And yeah, you just stray from a safe distance, and you're good to go. So as a reminder, the other classes, Barb took us 9 to 9.5 hours to finish Hell difficulty and get to level 80. Sork took us about 8.5 hours, Necro took us 8, and Druid took us 7 to 7.5 hours to finish leveling and getting to Hell Bale. Here you can see footage of me destroying Hell Bale with our decoys. As long as you keep them up, you'll really be fine. Like, he doesn't do enough damage to kill you. You just need to keep like some mana potions to make sure you're up on mana. Make sure to summon the decoys in a position where they can attack the actual Bale and not the fake Bale. Unless you want to get rid of the fake Bale for some reason. And yeah, I just stand in a safe location where Bale doesn't even target me. And here we go. Hell Bale defeated. We got a Death Fathoms as well. It's an absolutely nutty first day for us. With the Death Fathoms, the Reaper's Toll, the Death's Hand, a bunch of other stuff that I didn't even show. I was really happy, and this took us 7 hours and 8 seconds total, including leveling ourselves to higher levels. So not only just running through the game, also leveling ourselves to level 80. Absolute ease, the easiest class we've done so far in terms of leveling. So if you were ever intimidated by running Amazon, definitely don't be. You can just run ahead, and as I was admiring my Demon Machine, Iswell almost kills us. Our resistances are really bad at the moment. Everybody talks about how Amazon can just do this naked. You don't need resistances. So yeah, we didn't bother overcapping or capping our resistances at all. Duriel was the slowest one out of the 3 mini Ubers. I wasn't really afraid of doing the minis. It felt very safe. You can see Lilith, that usually is like a huge problem. The decoys are so good at tanking her. So yeah, even though she killed a million of them, she couldn't really touch us. Yeah, you can see we deal with her really fast. She took us 2.5 minutes to kill. Duriel took us 5, and Iswell took us like a minute and a half. Over here you can see us fighting Ubers. Again, using simple stuff, the Witchwild boat that we found, the Peace Rune Ward that we found, a few skillers for passive and magic, the tiara we got, plus free skills, gloves that you can shop at Anya's. It took us like a minute and 20 seconds to find it. The rings are from Ormus, they give us some resistances, and the amulet is a crafted brilliant amulet that you can craft yourself using an amulet of high level. You can gamble those at Anya's. And a diamond, a perfect diamond, a jewel, and a Tal rune. And the boots are tier haunch. We just happened to find a pair that gives us a little bit more resistances. As you can see, we make sure that our decoys and Valkyries are up and try to strafe in between to proc our amp. If you don't have an amp bow, make sure to have an Act 4 merc with you that will amp for you, and just use the strafe to deal a little bit more damage. Mephisto, usually the scary part here, but for decoys on, it was actually the easiest out of the 3, I would say. The decoys really tank well for you, so it feels really safe. You're really away from all these like lightnings they can one-shot you with. And even if he sometimes clears all of your summons, you just summon them really fast and you'll be back on track. And lastly, killing Diablo. He was probably the scariest one for the summons on out of the 3 because of the lightning and the firestorms that he summons. And he also killed all the summons really fast with the fire wave. So make sure you have some fire rest so you don't like randomly die. But overall, as you can see, fairly easy to kill. And no trouble for the summons on. This in total took us 7.5 hours, so really easy. It can take time to farm all the materials, so don't worry if it takes you 10 or 12 or 13 hours even, but this will keep you on track to be ready for day 2, to farm and to have all the currency you need. Getting your own torch, again, I can't stress enough how much money you're saving yourself finding your own torch. Even if you get the wrong torch, you can always trade it for an Amazon torch or for the torch of the class that you're playing, pretty much. So that's why it's so important that you get your own torch. Alright, and that was our day 1. On day 2, you can expect to see us doing declone, kind of showing like a budget declone approach. We tried both Summons On and Immolation Arrow. I'll be recommending Immolation Arrow, so we'll definitely talk about that on day 2. And we will inspect 5 different builds, being cold, fire, and physical arrow, so 3 bow builds, and 2 javelin builds, being the lightning fury and the plague javelin. So 5 different types of attacks: fire, cold, physical, lightning, and poison. So anything that you could possibly want to try. We already farmed with passives on, so I didn't want to inspect it. As far as I know, most people don't play passives on for mapping, and if it doesn't get any significant changes, I don't see a reason to. In season 11, it could be that farming with physicals on or like pokes on will be interesting, so I may also look into that in the future as well. With that said, if you enjoyed the content, I would really appreciate you guys dropping a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out the content, it helps show it to more people, which hopefully could be of help to more people as well. So I'd really appreciate it. And if you really want to make my day, you can just send me a message on the comments in Discord. I don't really mind when. As corny as it sounds, and I really don't care if it sounds corny, I like it. It makes my day. It makes me happy. Okay, when you guys send me these comments, it makes me feel like I'm doing something good for the community. And this game is so amazing, and the devs put so much hard work into it. And I feel like if I can do something back to the community as well, that would be great. So knowing that happens just makes my day. That was our day 1 as Amazon. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will be back on day 2 tomorrow. And I guess I'll just see you in the next stream or in the next video you join in. Bye 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 till then, and have a good whatever you're having.